Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope you guys doing good. Today is not really a good day. I wasn't, I don't even gonna sleep really because of the bad news we received from Ukraine. As you see in the title, we stand with Ukraine against the coward Putin. Because me, myself, I'm not against Russia. Actually, I really appreciate the Russian a lot. But the cowardness of Putin cannot be even imagined. Some they might say he's brave. Well, you might be brave if you are fighting a country can fight you. But you are a coward when you fight a country is not even a threat to you. Imagine there's a fight between an elephant and a bird. If Putin really is a brave man and he claimed that he have a land he want to take back, what about you come to USA and you take Alaska? Which is one is more important? Little tiny town in the border of Ukraine, or Alaska, which is in the size of 3 countries like Ukraine, or maybe more? Isn't it Alaska your land? Or because the American, they are powerful and we cannot even ask for it? And why Ukrainian, they cannot have an army? And why you are saying you want to dismantle their arms? So everybody can have an arm except those you decide that's it? You cannot have arms? You are just a piece of shit. But I don't blame this coward to be a coward. We have the biggest cowards in the West. He took advantage that we have someone like Joe Biden and the rest of the team in Germany, in UK, and the rest of this garbage. They told those people, we are going to stand with you. They told them, don't worry. Just last week, the Prime Minister of England, he said, we are going to kick the Russian. I mean, this guy don't even have an army. His UK army is not even 80,000 soldiers. Hezbollah have more numbers. I spoke to Ukrainian friends, and maybe many of you do not know, because I don't talk about what I do. I went to Ukraine last year. And I did a seminar almost in every big city, you know. All the way from the borders of Russia, all the way to the borders of Poland. All the way to Kharkiv, which is the fight now there. And all the way to Odessa, which is in the borders, and Lviv. Lviv, it's in the border of Poland. Very nice people. Very beautiful nation. If this coward Putin want to convince us that the Ukrainian became a threat, so what all those nukes are for? Who can even attack you? Who dare even to attack you? All of us, we knew that nobody. So how this country became a threat? The answer is very simple. They will not accept that this country will be free from their hands. It is the greed. This is a country feeding the world bread. And many of you now, soon, you will see what will happen. Because most of the world, they think what is going to happen in Ukraine is going to stay in Ukraine. Those are the ones who put the bread in your table. Especially in the Middle East. All Islamic countries, they buy their bread is either from Russia or from Ukraine. It's a must. Even the biggest Muslim country in the Middle East, Egypt. More than 97% of their bread is coming from either Ukraine or Russia. Soon you will see civil war in those countries when the price of bread go crazy, because their bread is the food of the poor there. You know, in Isaiah it says, the Lord, he said, in Isaiah 48, there's no peace, says the Lord, unto the wicked. And Putin is a wicked. And Western countries are wicked, the same as Muhammad was wicked. And now the wicked Putin, not only he is invading Ukraine, he's asking the coward, the terrorist of Chechnya to go. Actually, he's not asking, he's ordering them. They are his puppies. Those are the cowards of Chechnya, which the Russian, they made them their puppy since last time they took over Grozny. You know, when you have a dog and you train your dog to bite, so Qadarov, who claimed to be a hero in the Muslim world, he is nothing but a puppy of the kuffar. Imagine the Russian is the one who invade his country, conquer him, destroy the capital of Grozny. You can go right now and search for Grozny. The bullets in the wall is more than you can even count. This coward, he'd have no shame to be a puppy, a German shepherd of Putin. And yet you will see them praying to Allah. This is a prayer before they invade.
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا.
Well, I hope the Ukrainian, they will get you and they will send you free shipping and handling to Allah. This is how coward Putin is. Those coward people from Chechnya had been kicked out many times by the Ukrainian, by the Cossack fighters. And now those cowards, who they are reciting the Quran, they forgot that the Quran says, take not Christians and Jews as friends, our protectors, or leaders, in chapter 5, verse 51. And here you see how Islam is a very flexible religion. Whoever is wicked, we are wicked with him. Then you ask yourself, why Putin is even, do he even need those? What those for? I mean, isn't it enough the army you have? No, you see, I will send them the same as it did in Syria. And instead of getting 1,000 Russian soldiers get killed, I will get 200 and the rest will be from Chechnya. So he send them, you know, to die first. And they have to obey the command. He is the boss. Who dare to say no? Kadyrov is the puppy of Putin. And Kadyrov is in charge by the order of Putin. Actually, Kadyrov, he just a few weeks ago, he said, if President Putin, our leader, order me we will go and whip Ukraine off the map. For sure, this guy is a potato. If he comes with his army, without the Russian, the Ukrainian, they will make him shish kebab and hummus. In the same time, if you remember, I made a video before. I said, I don't think the Russian, they will invade Ukraine. And I don't think this was the plan of Putin at that time. But when he heard all and every single stupid Western leader saying, if you invade, we will not get involved. So he said to himself, so what, why not? What they will do? With some sanctions, they will not give me the potatoes or the tomatoes of Turkey. What they can do? What exactly those sanctions for? Especially most of the money is coming to Russia from Europe, is coming from the gas and the oil. So if you don't put sanctions on those, so what is the rest exactly? So no sanctions in buying their flour, because the Western, they need their bread. There's no sanctions in the gas. There is no sanctions in the oil. So what is the sanctions about? I mean, what is the Russian exactly they sell you? Oh, they cannot buy technology. Are you fooling yourself? In order to go to the moon, you need their engine. It is them who can put sanctions on you. When Putin, he attacked Chechnya because they have oil, and he took all the oil, and they don't even dare to sell one drop of oil without the money going to the pocket of the Russian government. And today is no different. All those people who you see, like here we see those Chechenians using religion to make those people believe that they are doing jihad, but we know in the reality they are working under the kuffar, the one who they are your enemy, and the one who killed your grandparents. Let me do this just to refresh the memory of people, because some people have even no memory to refresh it. If we search for a Grozny, you know, history repeats itself. And I think Putin, he think, I can do with the Ukrainian the same as I did with the Chechenian. You know, the Chechenian, they are a coward. And we made them subdued. They did not even dare to open their mouth anymore. We will make one of them our dog, like Kadyrov. So they will bring a Kadyrov, a new Kadyrov to Ukraine. And this Kadyrov, we will give him support. And then let him burn the town. This is a Grozny. And this is the Russian invasion, 1994. When the Chechenian, they decide to be an independent nation, at that time, it was President Yeltsin. He told them, it's not up to you. Take it or leave it. You will be our slave forever. Some Chechenian, motivated by Islam to do jihad, they decide to do jihad. But jihad doesn't work with such a country like Russia. So the Russian, as always, they were smart, and they hire some puppies from inside Chechnya to fight the Chechenian, not only them. And this is exactly what Kadyrov he stands for. He is the puppy, he is the one who betrayed his nation, and today he is the most loyal Doberman dog to Putin. That's why he keeps saying, if Putin order me. Aren't you even ashamed to claim to be a president of a country, and you keep saying, if Putin order me? When you are a whore, the shame means nothing for you. Let me search for what he said. Uh, let us see. I didn't, let us see here, but I'm trying to find the last news. But this is 2017. Chechenian leader saying, "I am ready to die for Putin." They are not ready to die for Allah anymore. They are ready to die for Putin. Ramazan Kadyrov, the son of Muta. I'm sure even Muslims are ashamed of this guy. But this is the same guy now. He is claiming that, you know, we can destroy Ukraine for you. Just send us. And, you know, I assure you that those Chechenian who they are coming to attack Ukraine, all of them, they are motivated by one thing, is robbery. They will clean every house in their way. They will take every jewels, even furnitures. They have history of that. And this is what they did in Syria. Every soldier came back from Syria after killing as many Muslims he can. You know, Putin, he killed more than 300,000 terrorists in Syria. But he used even Chechenian there. And the reason he used Chechenian there, because Muslim, then they cannot say this is a Russian attack, Christian attack. Well, those are Muslims. So he put them in the front, and even he made them, they are the one who speak to people, so they can present themselves as Russian, and at the same time people will say, oh, they are Muslims, like us. Putin in Syria, he don't put Russian soldiers in the checkpoint. He put Chechenian. Why? Because the Muslims, they will not hesitate to kill a Russian, but they will hesitate to kill a Muslim. So having 400 or 500 Chechenian in checkpoints will save Putin from a lot of problems. Now, what will happen after all of this? And remember one thing, you know, I disabled the chat because I'm not here to bring division. As I said, I really have a lot of respect to Russian people. Actually, the reason for the war in Chechnya, first of all, it was when the Caesar of Russia, he decided to attack Chechnya when the Turkish were slaughtering the Christians in the Middle East. So Russia always was a country standing with the Christians. I have all people who told me what the Russians did to them when they've been slaughtered by the Turkish. Their food, their shelter, their churches, everything was built by donation coming from Russia. So I'm not against Russia, and I am not against the Russian. But we stand with Ukraine, because the same as Russia have the right to be a country, respected, and to be independent, Ukrainian are people who have the right to be independent and respected. And they have the right to choose their friends. It's not you who tell them who can be your friend. What if the president of Ukraine says to Putin, you cannot be a friend with China? Not a single Russian will accept that, right? This is unfair war. For the forces is not matches. People didn't have the same power to fight. And this is a poor nation. Hardly people they can make living. And actually, We will see what will happen, and we might still establish a kind of form to make donation to Ukrainian people there. I know many churches, as I told you. I did many seminars. So we have a strong contact with Ukraine. Because supporting by talk is not a support. And sadly, this is what the West is doing today. The stupid Biden, not only he will not support them, he keep telling the Russian, we will not fight you if you attack them. Why you say that? Even if you don't want to do it, even if you will not fight, why you have to tell them, go and do whatever you wish, I will not fight you? What a stupid idiot leader. If we go right now to Prophet Google, peace be upon him, and you try to find out how many times Biden, the potato, said in the last 2 months, we will not fight the Russian. You will find endless news. And he keeps saying that every few hours. And what kind of message that will deliver to Putin? Oh, they will not. Nobody will fight me. Go and take it. We will not. Like, hey, Putin, are you stupid or what? We are telling you that we will not fight you. You know, if Putin, he have some worry what the American might do, what if they jump into war? I mean, nobody wants that war, not even the American, not even the Russian. If Biden, he says, you know what, if you go there, we will stand against you. Just say that sentence, the guy will not go. Just say it, don't mean it. We will not engage in war. We will not engage in defense in Ukraine. So what you told them in the last 4 years, what exactly was the promises of the mad Western countries? Why you fooled those people? Just 2 weeks ago, this Putin, he says to you, promise me that they will not join the NATO, and that's it. They say, no, we will not promise you, and they will not let them get into the NATO. So what this is for? Ukrainians are the victims, not only of Putin, but they are the victims because they trusted such a stupid, coward leaders in the West. All of them. I spoke to Ukrainians a few months ago, and I told them, and actually I said that in the last video, if you remember. I said, this is what we'll do. If Ukraine invaded by Russia, they will do exactly what they did with Georgia. Exactly. The president of Georgia, he called the White House. I think it was George Bush at that time. And George Bush nowhere to be found. Can you believe it? There's a president nowhere to be found. The poor president of Georgia called him, please help. You told us you will help us. The Russian is almost in my home. The president of USA is nowhere to be found. He is playing golf. And now, you know, some they say, well, if Trump, he was here, Putin will not do the same. I think Putin will do the same because Trump is even stupid. Maybe sometimes he is more stupid than Biden. Just 2 days ago, he was saying, Putin is a genius. 4 weeks ago, he was saying Taliban is a great fighter. Have you ever heard of somebody praising Taliban? This is the stupid Trump. Taliban is a great fighters. So how 2,000 soldiers, they controlled Afghanistan for 20 years? 2,000 soldiers. What kind of a great fighters they are. Germany, they decide to send 5,000 hats to Ukraine. I mean, who can beat that help? 5,000 hats? You know, sometimes tragedy make you laugh. I mean, isn't it, this is amazing support? I mean, what do you want more? Now the Russian, they cannot hit you in your head. They can hit you in the stomach. Oh, they can cut your head. Half of it. Germany was desperate to give Turkey nuclear submarine. Just less than 10 days ago, Biden, he approved a gift of $4 billion weapon of airplanes to Jordan. Let me show you the news. How come USA have the love to Jordan, which is a king, the most corrupt puppy king ever you can imagine? 4 billion, and by the way, they say to you sale, but it's for free. There's no sale. Go check it out. 4.21 billion to Jordan is a gift. We pay tax, they send it to Jordan. We pay tax, they send it to countries who shout Allahu Akbar, kill them. So Joe Biden, the son of Muta, he have 4 billions of weapons to give, very up-to-date airplanes. He is not giving them ammunition, he is giving airplanes. But they did not give one airplane to Ukraine. We gave Emirat the most advanced airplane ever made. F-35. Emirat. Why you don't give Ukraine? Don't give them the F, give them 16, 21. And I just heard the good news that Putin, he told his generals to teach Ukrainian how to fight remotely. What? Are you serious? I mean, the guy is almost in the half of the capital, and you want to teach them what? Not only that, every single coward son of Muta from those leaders in Europe, they cleaned their embassies just to tell Putin, the house is ready for you, come and take it. All of them left. And the funny is, the only one that did not leave is the Chinese. Not only that, you see the camera I'm showing you now, I will show you on the screen. The only camera is working is the Chinese camera. This is the Chinese camera. This is live broadcast from the heart of the capital of Kiev. Chinese. The Chinese. Ukrainian, they choose the wrong friend. Never ever trust Western countries. They have no friends. Never. If you remember the coward Trump, suddenly woke up in the morning, he went to his office, and he decided to withdraw his army from north of Syria. And Erdogan was ready to jump and kill every single Kurdish. The Kurdish just said, what are you talking about? You know, you are friends. We are fighting with you. We are fighting for you. They have no friends. And if not, some smart men, they said to him, don't do that, you stupid idiot. He was going to do it. They have no friends. Zero friends. And this is the problem of this president in Ukraine. Ukrainian president, they said they left us alone. Let me show you the news. Now you notice, when I was speaking to my friends 6 months ago, I told them this war should be avoided in any way, in any price. Because they will leave you alone. Literally. Those people, they are just using you. This is the president of Ukraine. I feel for him. Actually, I start respecting this man now more, even though he did many stupid decisions before, because he did not flee. I was expecting him to flee like since yesterday. Until now, he's there. I respect that because he's an actor. He is not a soldier. He is not a fighter. He is. Trust me, if Trump he was there, he would be the first to flee to Florida. I respect that on him. Losing connection. Yesterday he said, we are left alone to fight. We are left alone to fight. This is the truth, which I spoke of many times, but nobody will listen. They will never even let one of their own die for you. In fact, I believe that if the Russian now invade Poland, the NATO will do nothing. You see, until now, the east of Europe did not understand that western of Europe, they are racist the same as Muhammad. They are racist the same as Islam. Islam teach that white is superior. But those are white. They are white, but they are not superior. They are east of Europe. They look at them as a bunch of villagers, naive. They work for us. We give them jobs. They look at them as a bunch of corrupt people. Germany forgot that half of Germany was east of Europe just a few years ago. But racism will never end. This is why they don't care what will happen to them. They don't even consider them as people. Those are casualty of war. The important is to cause a trouble to Russia. And this is exactly what the plan is. We want them to invade Ukraine so we can put sanctions and use any excuse to stop the Russian from growing. The funny is that after less than a week, the stupid Biden, he became a president. He decided to lift the sanctions which Trump he put on the Russian. And then you ask yourself, okay, well, did the Russian give the Crimea back, or what happened? I mean, why you are lifting the sanctions? I mean, what happened exactly? Did they behave? They became good? They are giving back the land? They became friendly? You know, what happened exactly? Why you lift the sanctions from the Russian? Can anybody tell me? He left the sanctions on the Russian and he put sanctions on the American. This is the president who believe Russia come first. We have the other one who was saying America come first. And then everybody accused him to be a racist for saying America first. I mean, did you see him saying America first? Or what's the problem? Isn't your president, you choose him to be Germany first, France first, Egypt first? So what he wanted to serve who? Like exactly, he's a president for who? So this potato, the first thing he did, he put sanctions on the American companies so they cannot drill oil. We have oil more than Russia. We can right now generate at least 15 million barrels of oil a day. A day. This coward, even now, he will not even open it. He will not let them use it. This is what happened when you have a stupid leader. And I'm not surprised that his party have the flag of a donkey. He left as a donkey, never come back as a horse. And now because of this donkey, these poor people, they have to pay the price. When I was in Ukraine last time, I have videos actually. Maybe I should pause them later. I saw the NATO doing practice in Odessa. And I saw a group of soldiers from the Marines. You know, I shake hands with them. You know, I told them I was in the army too. And, you know, and I record a video of them. They were playing the music. Very nice. But then you ask yourself, why the NATO are in Ukraine? If Ukraine is not going to be in the NATO, why you put them in trouble? So you come to Ukraine as a NATO for fun, but when the Ukrainian, they need you, you run. Anyone can describe cowardness more than this? So Putin is a coward, not because he is not brave, by the way. He is brave. But he's a coward because he attacked the weak one. There's no bravery, there's no honor in fighting and winning against a person who is weak. And he might win the war, but he lost Ukraine forever. Because every single Ukrainian now, he witnessed what Putin he did to his country. The stupid Putin, he thought he will go to Ukraine. The second he invade the president, this man, he will run away. The same as what happened with the previous president. He ran away when the people, they start striking, and he said to himself, they will arrest me, let me fly to Russia. This guy, which always I look at him as a kid, I never, you know, thought of him highly, but now I respect him really more. He did not flee. And actually, I have to say, if people decide to fight, there's no army in the world can win against people who want to resist. It doesn't matter how powerful you are. And I was looking at the news, and now they are giving weapons to people to fight. Why you did not do that before? Shouldn't you give them training? You know that you are under threat of an invasion. Shouldn't you have a camp? Shouldn't you make a training of our army as a must in school? A nation under war threat, like in Israel. Everybody have to do army. Everybody have to learn how to use arm. Women, it doesn't matter who. Now you remember that we should give arms. Wrong leadership. And they don't think about tomorrow. On the other hand, we have a president of Russia. He is so smart. He's so bold. He don't give a garbage about what people say. He knew that everybody fear him. And your economic sanctions is a joke. Even the German, they refuse to take them from SWIFT banking, which is not a big deal really. But this is how evil, always the German government. Always German government, they stand with the evil one. And the funny is that the one is upset really from the invasion to Ukraine is Erdogan. Erdogan is upset. How come? Well, you know, Erdogan, he have a plan. And actually, this is the only maybe good side of this invasion. That the Turkish, they are losing their plan in Ukraine. This poor guy, because he is desperate for support from everybody. So he welcome everybody, the Turkish, Azerbaijan, you name it. You go to Ukraine, you find Turkish in every corner. All restaurants, all stores, all gas stations owned by people from Azerbaijan. You will see the flags of Turkey everywhere. With Putin now, this will go. And here is the irony. Putin is using the Chechenian to kick out the Turkish. Isn't it weird? So the potato Erdogan now, he is not worried about Ukraine. He don't care if all Ukrainians die. He is worried about his plan. His plan is to take Crimea, which he believes they belong to the Tatar, which is they are his people. What he's worried about is the investment, and the money was coming from Ukraine, even from tourism. Sadly, Ukrainian, they used to spend a lot of money going to Turkey. Almost every single Ukrainian. This is how sadly they are uneducated. They are sponsoring their enemies by their money. Farmers are hurt because of Turkey in Ukraine, because all vegetables from Turkey is way cheaper. So farmers in Ukraine, they will go bankrupt. If you go to buy some tomatoes and you find same quality or maybe even better for half price, which one you want to buy? You don't choose by where it's made. You choose by the price. But for sure, this is not a reason for us to say this is a good invasion, right? Even if Turkey is going to get out, and Turkey will lose, big deal from this. So today I wanted to share with you that I really support Ukrainian people. For a very simple reason. They are under the attack. They are not the one who's attacking. This is not about politics. This is about right and wrong. If Putin want to show his missiles how strong he is, we'll go and take Turkey. They are the one in control of the Black Sea. And here we ask ourselves, this Erdogan, let me show you the news of Erdogan so you can laugh a little bit. Erdogan, who is so upset because of the lose he will have from this invasion, Actually, it might be a disaster for him because Turkish economy is already under the ground. So when Erdogan, he is complaining, he can close the Black Sea because even there is an international law agreement says in case of war, Turkey can close the Black Sea and only civilian ships can go through. He will not dare. Do he dare? Just do it. For some reason, we keep losing connection. A few weeks ago, Putin, he sent his, if we can call him defense minister, but he is not defense, he is aggression minister now. He sent him to Syria, and they send the most advanced airplanes and weapons to Syria. So in case of Erdogan, he tried to open his mouth or even to move his lips, Putin will burn the Black Sea from the side, from just the corner of Turkey. They do not even need to fly. They are just in the border. Erdogan is asking the West to do more, but he don't do anymore. He don't dare to do more. Because this hyena, he always take advantage of opportunity. He's an opportunity hunter. I don't know if you know about the hyena, if you ever see one. Hyenas are kind of animals who they are very aggressive, but in the same time, they are not really brave, unless there is too many against one lion. So if a hyena is alone, he don't dare even to attack a cow if she is with other cows. This is Erdogan. Erdogan is a hero in Armenia, a country of 9 million people, poor people. They have no weapon. Their army is so small. He will go and do jihad. But do he dare to harm Russia? One day in Syria, his army shot a Russian airplane. And since then, Erdogan is doing everything because he was terrified. Kissing the shoes of Putin. He started buying weapons from Putin, putting an agreement with Putin just for forgiveness, and they paid for the airplane and they paid for the fighter who died. More than $400 to $500 million just to buy a piece of junk, which he even cannot use from Russia as a bribe to Putin. Just leave us alone. Putin, he gave him the S-400 and he told him, you cannot use it unless we give you permission. This is the agreement. You cannot, period. You cannot use it against one of our friends, and you cannot use it against us, and you cannot use it out of Turkey. And even if we use it inside Turkey, you have to give us a call to give you permission. Otherwise, we will take it down before it fly. Ukraine, because again, they have a very untrained president. He don't know really about war. He's just an actor. He bought some junky Bayraktar drone from Turkey. The Russians, they took them in the first 5 minutes. All, they are down. They are dead. And this is the other worry of Erdogan now. Everybody knows that his airplane is a junk. They are good when they are fighting Armenia, because Armenia, they don't have the weapon to fight. But with the Russians, they took him down so easy. So today, I want to say this thing. I don't want to keep you here for long. Russia might win the war, but Russia lost Ukraine. To make it clear for you, you might be able to change a regime for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. He will go, and he will go too. And the heroes who stood up for the freedom of Ukraine, they will be remembered. I just saw today a video of 13 Ukrainian soldiers. They refused to surrender. In an island, it's called the Snake Island. They refused to surrender. Now, there's a bad language in the video, but I don't blame them. When the Russian, they said, surrender yourself, 13 defending a small, tiny island, like in the size of a backyard. A huge Russian ship was shouting to them, surrender yourself or die. The soldiers, they said, go F yourself. We will not. They knew that they will die. It's just 13 soldiers, what they can do. Would people have such a spirit, you will never win. Even if you take over the capital, even if you take over the country for some time. And actually, I encourage Ukrainian to do resistance fight if they really was able to, to take over the country. When a huge army come and you cannot fight such an army, or they have the power, they have the machines, but armies are so weak when they are wearing uniform, and you are not. Fighters, they can hunt them, and this is justified fight. Like now, this coward Putin, he is asking the Chechenian to come and kill the Ukrainian. Well, you have the right to hunt those terrorists. There's other video. Let me look for it. They are gathering, I think, in the middle of the capital of Grozny. Preparing to maybe, I don't know, they look maybe 7,000-8,000 soldiers. Let's see. Yeah, this is the video here.
طبعا أعزائي المشاهدين.
Give me a second. Those are the Chechenian soldiers getting ready, waiting for the order of their master Putin to go and bite the Ukrainian. This is a good hunt. Don't let one of them go back. You might win controlling the land, but you cannot win by controlling the people. Especially people who live as a free and they learn what a freedom is. They will not go back to slavery. Any soldier enter any country, it doesn't matter. He have no right to be there. Those who they are defending their land, they have the right to hunt them. And street war is the most ugly war an army can face. You might win the war, but for sure you lost Ukraine, and Ukrainians sooner or later will be free. It's just a matter of time. So I'm saying to Ukrainian people, don't be sad. Bad days always come, many nations before you and nothing new. The bad days will go, and bad people will go. And the people of the country will stay. And now you learned that not everyone says to you, I'm your friend, he is your friend. Now you learned that they are not. They are a bunch of liars. Never trust American promises. Never trust French, English promises. Build your force so nobody can take over your country. There's many evil ones in this earth. They don't respect you, but they fear you. They don't understand the word respect. They understand the word fear. So if they fear you, then they will show respect. If they don't fear you, they will step on you. Putin, he attacked Ukraine many years ago. Trump, he came, he armed them zero. Biden, he came, he armed, he gave them nothing. All the arms they are talking about is a joke. Nothing serious. Go and check what they give to Kuwait, what they give to Emirates, what they give to Jordan, what they give to every country except Ukraine. They will not give to Ukraine anything. They give them false hope. And what made me upset, actually, when I was in Ukraine, I saw the NATO flag everywhere. And I said to myself, what's wrong with this country? Why they are putting the NATO flag? Why you are doing that? And why even you want to be part of the NATO? So if a war happened, they will burn you first. You will be in the first borders. When the NATO accept Latvia, accept Lithuania or Romania or Poland, not because they care for them, but they are pushing the border from the Russian, from their heart of Europe. So you will die first. He will not die for you. Biden, he announced that he sent 40 soldiers to Latvia. 40 soldiers, brothers and sisters. I mean, come on. That's it. The Russians, they will not go there. And this is why, you know, Putin, he was saying to himself, are those people really for real? Is that a movie? Is that a cartoon? Is that a comedy? This is why he don't respect them. This is why he did the invasion simply to show that he don't really care for them. I mean, they are just a bunch of jokers. When Putin, he welcomed Macron, he walked in front of him, and Macron is following him like a child. He did the same with the German. He did the same with the Italian. He did the same with everybody. He don't respect them because none of them is a leader. So I believe that maybe Putin will win the war, but he lost. Even inside his country, there's a lot of Russian against this war. And already they arrested a lot of Russian in Moscow for protesting against the war. And people protest more when they see dead bodies coming. Especially if the number is huge. War is ugly. And nobody wants war. But what more ugly is to be unjust. And if I was there, really, I will be happy to stand with the Ukrainian and bear arms. And it's a shame to see some young men from Ukraine leaving. I saw some young, they are strong, 6 foot tall, huge, tall, and why you are leaving the country, you coward? Now you leave your country, now it's not your country no more. But in the same time, we see some brave ones, like those 13 soldiers who die standing. We will never surrender. And this is what Ukrainians should do. Never surrender, even if Putin won the war. Because you lose the war only when you surrender, not when somebody occupy you. Occupation is a stage of war. Surrender is the end of it. Surrender is an act of cowardness, and nobody will remember you for being coward except coward like you. Never surrender. Be brave. And whoever fight for his right will stay. I want to say thank you for being here. I apologize. I disabled the comment section because I don't want to bring division. I saw some bad language, which I don't appreciate. Always stand with the truth, not with a person. If Ukraine is the one who is doing harm to different country, I will stand against Ukraine. As you see, I speak negative about people who they are in my country, like Joe Biden or Trump. I don't take a side. When Trump is stupid, I say he's stupid, even though I voted for him. Because in this country, we have 2 donkeys to vote for. Choose one. We don't have 2 horses. We don't even have a donkey and a cow. We have 2 donkeys. One will hit you in your nuts, and the other one, he will hit you in the stomach. Choose one. Stand always with the truth, so you can be called Christian. The Lord is in control, not the wicked one. The wicked one will go, and they will lose, and they will be destroyed. And the first step into losing is being wicked. When the wicked, he thinks he is strong and he's powerful, he just opened the key of destruction for his own. So I want to say, I pray to Ukraine, pray for them. And I pray that the Russian people will stand with the Ukrainian, and more people will go in the street and force this filthy Putin to stop. We pray that the Lord will change those cowards who they are leaders of the world today, for they are willing to burn the whole world for the sake of $1. And for those who think none of this has to do with them, you are mistaken. Just watch what will happen to the price of food in your home. It doesn't matter what country you are from. Just watch the price of gas. Just watch. Thank you. God bless you. And I hope to see you soon again. Take care.